Hey Junior Fresh, it's Lee here. It's good to be back at Fresh. I hope you enjoyed your holidays. I don't know if you're feeling kind of anxious or excited about things opening up, maybe going back to school, seeing people. I'm definitely keen for Fresh to be back soon, and we'll let you know when that's going to happen when we get some details. Something else I'm really excited about is going to the beach, and I get to go on Monday. And if you know me, you're probably not surprised that I love the beach and that I'm excited about going back to the beach. And you might be sick of me talking about the beach. Please, Lee, don't talk about surfing again. I'm not talking about surfing. I'm actually going to talk about something I hate about the beach. That's right. I actually hate something about the beach. It's a pretty big thing. I hate sand. And yeah, I know there's a lot of sand. How can you love the beach and hate sand? I just do. I hate having it on me, especially that really gritty, shelly sand. And so when I am out of or leaving the beach, or I'm going to lie on my towel to sunbake or something like that, I want to make sure I get all the sand off me. I kind of feel like I've kept this a secret for so many years. I don't really want people to know this because I feel like if I'm at the beach with someone now, they're just going to throw sand. It's going to be a sand attack. Anyway, it fits with what we're talking about, so I'll keep talking about it. What I really hate is when people come up to me and they're covered in sand. I cringe and I'm like, get away from me. If I'm desanded, I don't want anyone who's sandy to come near me. And that's even the case with my kids. If they come up to me and they're covered in sand, unless they're crying and really upset, I'll tell them to go away, get rinsed off, do not come near me. It's kind of an annoying habit. But the reason I tell you this is because I think we have the same picture of Jesus. We think Jesus has the same reaction to us. For all our failures and anxieties, doubts, sins, and insecurities, we picture Jesus cringing at us. Get away from me, you sinner. We picture him being repulsed. Or imagine you have got yourself all cleaned up, spruced up. You've put your nicest dress on. You're getting ready for a formal occasion. You might have a suit on. You've done your hair. You've done your makeup. Whatever. You look amazing. And at some point, someone comes up to you with a dirty, smelly, wet dog, or a baby who's all snotty and covered in food. What are you going to do? How are you going to treat that dog or that baby? At best, you're going to hold them at arm's length. Most likely, you're going to run away. I'm not going near that thing. I look amazing. I'm clean. I don't want to touch that dirty thing. And again, I think we picture Jesus having the same reaction to us as sinners, running from us when we're at our worst, being repulsed by us when we make mistakes or we stuff up. Well, thank God for the Bible, because, we tell you guys to read the Bible. We encourage each other to read the Bible all the time, and there's a good reason for that. It's because without it, these are the sort of dumb thoughts we have about Jesus. We think he's just like us. That when we're wealthy, we look down on the poor. When we're clean, we don't want to be near someone who's dirty. When we're beautiful, we're repulsed by someone who's ugly or something. But that is not who Jesus is. Let's read what Jesus says about who he is and how he treats us as sinners. A sinner like me who I do ignore God. I disregard him. I disappoint him. And you do too. You're a sinner who ignores, disregards, and disappoints God. But how does he treat us? Well, let's read that in Matthew 11. If you've got a Bible, open up to Matthew 11, verse 28 to 30. It says, Jesus says, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light." It's a great verse. And I read someone make a comment recently that In all the four biographies of Jesus' life, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, what we often call the four Gospels, in all those four biographies, there is one place where Jesus talks about his heart. And it's right here in Matthew 11:28. Jesus says, I am gentle and humble in heart, or humble and lowly in heart, or humble and humble in heart. You know, the words Jesus used can be translated in different ways into English, but the meaning of the two words are firstly, the first one is gentle. It's not harsh, but gentle. It's not critical, but understanding. It's not like with folded arms, but open arms. And the second word is lowly. You know, he puts himself in a low position so that he's accessible, approachable. When the Bible talks about our heart, it's talking about who we are deep down at our core, what drives everything we do, what is most true of us. And here Jesus says that what's most true of him is he is gentle and lowly. His constant posture towards you and me is gentle, understanding, welcoming, approachable, open-armed. Let's dig into this word gentle a bit more. It's easy to think that when we sin, Jesus gets all tense, and just wants to throw something at us, or he just gets really annoyed at us. Have you ever done something like against God, or just something wrong, or something just over and over again, disappointing God, and you think, man, he's going to strike me down with lightning, or he's going to make my day today really bad, or he's going to ruin the rest of my life. I've often had those sort of thoughts, but again, we couldn't be more wrong. When we sin, stuff up, and disappoint him for the 1 billionth time, Jesus is gentle and soft towards us. He isn't just gentle when we first become Christians, he is always gentle with us. He isn't just gentle sometimes with some people or certain people. No, he's always gentle with whoever we are, whenever we come to him. When you come to him, he won't fold his arms. He won't say to you, I told you so. He won't say to you, you get yourself out of this mess you got yourself into. No, he'll welcome and embrace you deeply, a deep and warm, caring embrace. Okay, second word, lowly. Let's dig into this. It's common to think that Jesus sets up all these hoops that we have to jump through, or has a checklist, things that we need to tick off before we can be friends with Jesus, before we can call ourselves a Christian. That we have to somehow reach up to his holy and powerful standards. And, he is holy and powerful, but he is lowly. He's approachable. So that means we don't need to get ourselves together and then come to Jesus. We don't need to fix up our lives and then come to Jesus. We don't need to impress him enough and then we can come to him. We don't need important people in the church to say, oh yes, you're a suitable person for Jesus, and then we can come to him. No, look at what Jesus says. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. All you need to do or be is weary and burdened by this life. Do you feel overwhelmed by this life? Do you ever feel lost, fed up? What's the point? Does anyone care? How do I get my life out of this mess? What's it all about? Look, if you haven't had any of those thoughts, you will. And when you do, don't do anything else. Don't try to fix things, because it won't work. Not for long anyway. Don't try harder. because you'll just exhaust yourself. Don't try to make it up to God, because you can't. Just come to Jesus as you are, at whatever point you're at. Come to him. I want you to imagine you're outside in a terrible storm. It's raining, it's pelting down. It's really windy, there's thunder, there's lightning. And there's a house nearby. And you can see, you can look in and see that it's warm. There's a fire going. You can smell beautiful smells like hot chocolate coming through. It is bright. It's filled with colour, not like the dark grey storm that you find yourself in. And so what do? You go there and you knock on the door, right? Well, that storm is like our lives. And that house is where Jesus is. And if you knock, no, you don't even need to knock. He's already got the door open. He's shouting at you, come in. You're welcome, come on. And if you come to him, he'll pull you in. He'll warmly embrace you, and you'll find rest for your soul. You'll experience a warmth and belonging that you won't find in any other relationship or group. You'll experience a rest that not even the most extravagant holiday will give you. So maybe tonight you need to rethink what you think about Jesus. The truth is, when we're at our very worst, he is right there. He isn't repulsed. He doesn't run away. But he wants to sweep us into his gentle embrace. Do not let anyone convince you. Don't let you convince you that Jesus would never welcome someone like you. Nothing you've done, nothing you will do would mean that Jesus would change his gentle and lowly posture towards you. Take to heart these words about Jesus' heart. Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest, for I am gentle and lowly in heart. How good.